Hi there. So back with another couple of Blitz videos. As we can see, I'm playing another British player, Cross Shark. I will try to find out who Cross Shark is at the end of this game. Now, I must admit, I'm feeling terribly hungover today. I was at a mini festival yesterday, and it took its toll on my brain. I think I sort of got back to reality about 7 o'clock in the morning or something like that. So we're going to see how that's going to affect my chest. Should be quite interesting. And I'm only going to do 2 videos today, and I'm actually away for a little bit of time for a week after this, so it's going to be hard for me to do more videos. So what's going on here? Right, back to reality then. Okay, back to the chess. Well, this is a pawn sack line that I've played here. I'm trying to remember my theory, and not easy to do when the brain is not working, but let's see. So if I take the knight, then knight b4 is my opponent's idea. Is there any tactical things going on there? Quite possibly, but I can't work anything out, so I'm just going to go a3. And this is probably a theoretical position. Now this knight often comes back to c7, e6, but the way my opponent's played it is perfectly normal as well. So I'm just going to play natural moves, and I certainly have some compensation here with the open d file, my pressure of the rook. I have ideas of going e5 in this position, so it's worth a pawn, definitely, and you know, it is blitz chess after all. So let's see. I guess my main idea is to push with e5 here, something like that, and blast away in the centre. Maybe also just get my bishop out, bishop f4, increase the pressure like this. But I think certainly the move e5, it looks natural, because then my queen is also released to the h7 square, which could be good. So let's just have a look, see if I can find out who I'm playing while he's having a think. Cross Shark. So I don't know who is this is actually, but okay, like I said, it's an English player, so it's probably someone I've played over the board. Okay, so my opponent's just stepping out of the way with that by moving his knight back. That makes perfect sense. Now, I don't need to go e5 straight away. Let's just bring another piece out first. And I can even just play this positionally, just double on the d file here. And it's more of a positional sacrifice than a tactical straight-on sacrifice, this one, as I just keep the pressure on my opponent. And here we go. My opponent is bringing his knight around to e6, and I think that's a very sensible plan that he's come up with. So I could even consider taking this knight off, but I don't know how that would turn out. Or bishop d6 is another idea. That makes quite a lot of sense, to try to double up on the d file. Maybe I'm missing a tactic with knight d4 here. How would that work out? That is some nasty little tactic. I don't know how. I mean, I can give the exchange. Knight takes d4, bishop takes. Oh, it's not even an exchange. I get my knight to f5 then. So if I get my knight to f5, I should be quite happy. Okay, so I've got to watch out for this trick of rook d1, knight d4. I'm guessing I have to watch out for that. So okay, requires a little bit of calculation here. I guess that will be good for my opponent. That was obviously my idea, to go rook d1 here, and it's a move which I would like to play. So I'm trying to make this work tactically now. Rook d1, knight d4, knight takes d4, queen takes d6, and now do I have a good knight move? I mean, knight f5. Do I get any play there? Because his queen has to move. I'll tell you what. Let's just give it a go. I mean, if in doubt, give it a whirl. That's what I say. It's only more material. So of course my opponent, I think, should go knight d4 here, and then I'm planning just to go knight takes d4, give the exchange, get my knight to f5. My opponent has avoided that, quite surprisingly. So how do I continue here? I mean, maybe I could get my queen to f4, but then knight d4 again is probably a stronger way for my opponent to play this. So I think I want to go queen c1. The reason is, if I go queen d2, knight d4, knight takes, queen takes d6, hopefully you're following this. If my knight moves, the queens can be exchanged. And the idea here, I want to get my queen over to f4. I like this square. So my opponent has stopped that, and he's trying to come in to this square here on d4. So he's playing very sensible chess. and that is a good move. Okay, so I could go e5 here. Let's play e5. And got to be a bit careful with my clock as well. I want to go knight d5 in some positions, something like this. And if knight d4, I can go knight takes d4. My rook's defended, so it's interesting but murky position. Okay, so again, I could now try to get my knight here. He's got always queen this square. This looks like a decent way to increase the pressure. Try to get my knight into f5. I don't know, there could well have been a better move, but my opponent's coming to c4. I didn't see this square. Now, do I go knight 2 here straight away? Maybe. Let's just keep it simple. There's no need to complicate. Actually, queen g5 is quite annoying. So if I go f4, he goes knight takes f4 check. And that is tactically quite annoying. Right, so now I should obviously defend my pawn here. So something like this. Don't know, maybe I could have brought my queen to this square as well, but then I had to be a bit careful of g5. And of course the time situation is running quickly. Right, so how are we going to get back into this? And as you can see, my head is certainly very cloudy today. I doubt you'll see Magnus Carlsen going to an all-night festival and then playing a great game of chess, but it has happened before. Right, okay, so let's just get on with it. Okay, and try to get some attack going. His knight is really annoying here. I'm quite tempted just to get rid of this piece. Maybe I will do. He's obviously going to go f6 and try to break out like this. I could go b4 here as well. Oh dear, here we go. So b4, knight b7 though. Forgot about this square. There's too much to think about, isn't there, in chess? This is one of the problems. Let's just get rid of this knight and get my other knight to f5 and pray for rain, as they say. Okay, so my opponent has obviously stopped that, a move I completely missed. Would be for the first time. So let's just get all my pieces near his king. So they are getting a little bit nearer. I think something like rook e6 here should be a good move. It's only a check, isn't it? Rook e6 is a very annoying move, actually, if my opponent sees it. Okay, he hasn't gone for it. Okay, and I've really got to start moving quicker here. His knight's a very good piece here, and this rook move is most annoying for me. Let's get my knight in to try to swap off his knight, and I'm hoping he won't see this rook e6 move at some point. Well, of course, he plays it straight away as soon as I say that. And now I am in serious doodah. Okay. Yeah, he's defended well. And I had to play a bit sharper here. Really, I don't have enough compensation here. I can try some tricks and try a little bit of hustling here as usual. You will see me in these situations, but I'm not in a very good position to hustle here. 39 seconds on the clock, so okay. And any tricks? Okay, well, let's take this one. I'm going to try to get some tricks going, but he just takes with his pawn, and that's the end of that. My only trick is rook takes rook, and then I take on g7, but pawn takes pawn here is probably good enough to do the job. And I'm going to lose this rook because my queen is on pre. So that is the end of that game. I'm sure there is a lesson to be learnt here, and I might have to go back to bed after this one. But okay, it looks like I don't have anything, do I? If he just goes pawn takes pawn, what do I do there? Anything at all? Probably resigns is the best move, so I will do that. Well, that's frustrating. Okay. And obviously when you're hungover, you're a bit more moody. So there you go. That's my moody mouse swing. Okay, so where did I go wrong there? Well, if we just jump to the middle game position, as I said, I should have very decent compensation around this point here. Quite possibly my whole plan with bishop d6 was just wrong. Maybe even bishop f4 for that reason. So around here, I don't know why I didn't just put my knight on d5 immediately here. Something like knight d5 looks a lot more natural now. Or even just e5. Just push this pawn on. e5, something like this. I don't like my idea of put my bishop on d6 because you see my piece has gone in a bit of trouble. I mean, even then, it's far from clear around, I don't know, this point here. Maybe not knight h4, I'm thinking in hindsight. Should we turn the computer on? Let's have a little look. See what this beast is going to say. Van Boy wants to give me a name. Okay, well the beast actually does not like my position. Was there any tactical chances later on? It kind of felt like, okay, I should have maybe just taken on d4 here. Aha. And got an attack going like this. Something like rook takes... Okay, that's interesting. So the computer's giving rook takes d4. Pawn takes d4. Then knight to f5 attacking his queen. And after something like queen takes pawn, queen to g5. So that would have made more sense getting my queen into the game like that. And actually it gives it as very playable line. Later on, any other tactics? It kind of still seemed that when my knight comes into d5, I should have some quite decent play around here. Not sure if I missed anything else. Probably this knight b3 is a very good move to get this offside knight back into the game. So all in all, well defended by my opponents. I probably need to play more positional games when my brain is not ticking over, and just try to play a bit more grindy rather than get involved with these tactics. Tactics are only for the fresh brain, I think it's fair to say. But it was a damn good night. So there you go. Right, anyway, I will try doing a video, and that'll probably be the last one for a week or so because I'm going away. Okay, cheers then. Hope you enjoyed that very hazy thinking.